Parinidhi Chopra, thank you so much for joining me on E-Times. It's lovely talking to you. And first and foremost, congratulations are in order. 3 back-to-back releases. February 26th, The Girl on the Train. March 19th, Sandeep और Pinky Farrar. And then March 26th, Saina. You know, ये उन दिनों में होता था जब मुमताज, नीतू सिंह, हेमा मालिनी had 3 to 4 movies going in 1 month. जितेंद्र, राजेश खन्ना, विनोद खन्ना, अमिताभ बच्चन, वो जमाने में 1 या 1.5 महीने में 3-4 फिल्में रिलीज हो जाती थी एक्टर्स की. आप उसी ग्राउंड पर हैं. कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
नहीं, पहले तो ये आपने बहुत बड़े-बड़े नाम लिए हैं. मैं कुछ भी नहीं हूँ, but I can only say, sir, that I'm extremely humbled and I'm extremely grateful because honestly, it's been a very long wait to come here to see this day. It's been 4 years of hearing that I'm not doing films that, match my talent, or, this is not the girl that we knew, or, the fact that I won so many awards and a national award in my first year, and then I didn't do films to take that forward. So when I signed these 3 films, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted the critics to love me again. I wanted the audiences to love me again. I wanted them to say that, this is the girl that we had accepted and appreciated in the first year. So I wanted all of that again. And I had thought कि जब गर्ल आएगी तो करेगी, जब साइना आएगी तो वो करेगी, या संदीप आएगी तो करेगी. मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था that in 1 month all 3 will come and all 3 will be appreciated to this level. I mean, when I'm still reading the reviews, when I see 4.5 stars, when I see 4 stars, when I see people are saying she's back, this is the Parinidhi, it makes me feel like I'm in a surreal bubble. It makes me feel like this is not real, and yet it very much is. And I feel vindicated and I feel validated as an actor. I feel like all the hard work that I've put in has seen the light of day. For me, the most important thing is that the critics and the audience are telling me that I'm back. Yesterday I was talking to somebody, a very senior filmmaker, and he said, "This is the return of Parinidhi Chopra." Then I read another review. They said, "Parinidhi's got her groove back." Then somebody said, "She's back in the game. She's back." So for me, I wanted people to, forget any ups and downs that I have and just accept me and put me back in the game again. And that has happened with these 3 films. And I cannot tell you, happy is not the word. I have lost sleep because of how grateful and blessed I'm feeling and how good I'm feeling about my work and myself. So thank you to the audience and thank you to the critics for bringing me my career back and giving me my career back.
I'm coming back to of course, the effort which you put into, do these roles, etc. But before that, Pari, take me through that period when you felt that, the films were not choosing you, or you were not choosing perhaps the right films. What was happening and how exactly were you feeling?
Sir, when I came into the industry only, I didn't know how it worked and I didn't know how films should be chosen or what should be done. For me, I was spoiled because from the first film itself, I got so much appreciation and success. I had never seen struggle in those times, in those 2, 3, 4 years. And I kept getting awards and I got the national award. So I felt like anything that I'm doing is right. And then somewhere the choices dwindled because I was listening to a lot of people. I was not only using my gut instinct. I was getting confused in my head. Um, and even when I was seeing those films, I myself was not happy with what I was seeing. And somewhere at the back of my head, I knew the kind of work that I wanted to do, and I knew what kind of work the audience expects out of me and wants to see out of me. Somewhere I knew it, but I guess that's life. Those choices were not made. But that's why 1.5 years ago, when I signed Saina and Girl on the Train, somewhere in my heart, I knew that if I do these films well, the audience will accept me again. And that's all I wanted. I just wanted to be back. I just wanted that tag that was associated with me of being a great actor, a bankable actor, a critically acclaimed actor. I wanted all those tags back, and I'm honestly so happy that I can put that phase of my career behind me, the one that you're talking about. I can just put it behind me and now start afresh from here. People have been joking about Pari 2.0 and all, and I take that as a compliment. I take it as a compliment. Ki, yes, it is 2.0. I feel 2.0, and now I'm going to do work that is 2.0.
Anybody in particular, your friend or family, helped you to overcome that period? Of course, there must have been a little bit of frustration, a little bit of anger, a little bit of disappointment.
Yeah. So for me, the greatest thing, sir, my biggest achievement during my failure time was that nobody gave up on me. The audiences didn't give up on me. Nobody wrote me off. Somewhere everybody always said, we know you have it in you. You just have to do it. So that kept me going. So it was not one particular person. It was actually the global support that I used to get that, people used to say, okay, this is not your best, you're not doing your best work, but we know that you have it in you, we know you can do it. So that always made me feel that, okay, then I'm making the mistakes, I'm making the wrong choices, let me fix it. And my fingers were crossed, my legs were crossed, that with Girl on the Train and with Saina and with Sandeep or Pinky Farrar, I'm doing that. I hope I'm taking the right step. And I really want to make one point here, sir, that so many films right now are being pushed. Actors and directors and producers are not putting out their films because, of course, there is a pandemic going on. That is the truth of the matter. But with me, Reliance, YRF, and T Series, all three humongous studios and humongous producers, they decided to go ahead, and we took that risk. All the films that have released in March are the risk takers during this pandemic. So I always thought that we don't know what's going to happen with these films. Of course, we know the box office collection is never going to be what it could be in normal times. So the only measure of success is word of mouth. So we just wanted good reviews and good word of mouth and people to love the film. And I thought कि एक फिल्म के साथ होगा या दो फिल्म्स के साथ होगा. मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि तीनों फिल्म के साथ ये हो जाएगा. So today I actually feel, I feel successful in terms of my goals, that this is what I had wanted and I achieved them.
Tell me about Saina, Pari. Which was that particular scene which you think was the most difficult to do in this entire film? I'm sure there may be 2, there may be 3, there may be 4, or there may be more. But if I was to ask you, pick one, and why? Were there too many retakes involved? Did you have difficulty to get into the skin of that particular character in that particular scene?
For me, the biggest challenge of the film and the reason that I did the film was the badminton, because a sports image is not associated with me. Before I signed this film, today maybe people will see me differently and will give me more challenging roles, but at that time when Amol sir cast me, I was not known to be this sports girl, fitness, action actress. So for me, that is what I wanted to prove to people, that I can do this. जब आप rom-coms करते रहते हो, लोग सोचते हैं कि आप यही कर सकते हो, and directors आपको वो फिल्में नहीं देते that you might have faith that you can do well, but the directors will not give you because they've not seen evidence of that. So they will not cast you. So it's a very weird catch-22.
Yeah, there was a period when you were being called bubbly.
Yeah,
Poppy,
it was, and that was because I was doing rom-coms. That's all I was doing. I was doing love stories and happy roles. And so that is why people were also saying, this is not the work we want to see from you. We have high expectations from you. So Amol sir, and in fact even Ribu for Girl on the Train, gave me opportunities that other directors didn't see in me. They were taking that risk along with me taking that risk. We both were taking that risk. So for me, I did Girl on the Train because I wanted to play this intense character. I did Saina because I wanted to change my image from being this sweet, soft girl to being an aggressive sports person. Just to prove to the world that I can do all of this. Just give me the opportunity and I will do it. And so for me, like, to answer your question, the biggest challenge was the badminton. I wanted to look right, I wanted to play right, and I wanted people to see me in a new light. So I'm so glad that has just worked.
Yeah, but tell me that scene which took the most out of you.
Acting wise, I had a very good mentor in Amol sir. He himself is such an amazing actor that scene wise we used to have lesser challenges. The acting along with the badminton was the bigger challenge. Yeah.
Your meeting with Saina?
Was incredible. I mean, I again my shift and my focus as an actor had changed by then. So I think if this film was made 4 or 5 years ago, maybe I would have done the film even without doing the level of homework that I did. But meeting Saina for me was the number one priority, that I had to meet her because I wanted to become her. I didn't want people to see Pariniti in the film. I wanted them to see Saina in the film. So that focus and that shift had already happened in my life, so I met her and I saw that her body language is very different from mine. The way she talks, she has a little bit of a Haryanvi accent, very slight. So these kind of things I really wanted to pick up from her. And then from that day till the end of the shoot, I used to call her whenever I used to have a doubt. I used to call her and prep for the film. And thankfully I did that, because today it's all helping me. Like today when I see in the
So,
reviews,
so has she
she
seen the film? Has she seen the film? Have you spoken to her after the movie release and before?
no,
Maybe
she's
will you
playing
show
her
it to her?
tournament now. She's not in India, she's abroad, so we're waiting for, I think she's coming tomorrow.
हाँ,
She's coming to, yeah.
तो उनके साथ देखोगे आप?
Yes, I will try my best.
नहीं, मुझे लगा शायद रिलीज होने के पहले उनको दिखाई होगी.
She's been out of the country for a really long time, तो वो हो नहीं पाया sir.
But did she have any reservations on any portion of the film that beforehand कि ये part नहीं दिखाना, ये part, or was she like, no, you make it as it is?
No, every little thing in the script that is written is according to the stories that she's given us. She has told us everything that we show in the film is dramatized and fictionalized a little bit, but
Yeah.
all the events are true. Everything that has happened in her life, which she's only told us, are absolutely true. So there was never a matter of us not agreeing on anything, us mean Team Saina and Saina herself, because it was all her stories and her mom's stories, dad's stories, her love story, what happened with her coach, everything it came from her.
I must ask you one more thing. Have you become guarded in your interviews now? Because I read something earlier that you said, आप कुछ भी बोल देते थे हंसाने के लिए, to make it little lighter, and then used to be misunderstood.
Yes,
Has Pari
absolutely
changed
right.
on that front?
No, so I wouldn't use the word guarded. I as a person, I'm not guarded. But I feel like I always try and make people laugh, even in real life. I'm always cracking these jokes. And so I used to do that in interviews also. And those things used to become headlines, and I used to be putting out fires. So I just realized that I think that my sense of humor sometimes will go into a wrong headline. So I will just be careful of what I speak so that I don't hurt people or make them misunderstand me. So not guarded, I'll always be honest. I'm always honest in interviews. But yeah, I think a little bit before speaking, just so that I don't have to make phone calls and explain myself to people.
You talk about honesty, and I'm tempted to ask you one more question, which you have already mentioned a line in Filmfare, that you are, the premise of your saying was that you're more focused now that you are single. Does it really help to be single to get focused on your career? Does it get, आप बहुत divert हो जाते हैं, बहुत time consuming हो जाता है, stressful हो जाता है? Because you said you have had 3 back-to-back relationships, and now you're single.
Yeah.
So what's
So
the
no, I
difference?
think no, this is purely a personal opinion. This is not, I don't believe this happens with everybody. Some people balance, personal life and professional life very well.
Yeah.
And I balance my personal professional extremely well. But if I have love life involved, then I tend to give a lot of time to my love life. And then, sometimes I don't put in the same amount of hard work in my professional life. So that was again just a joke, that, now that I'm single, I'm working harder. It was again just as a joke. But yeah, I feel that if you don't have any distractions, it could be love life or any other distractions in your life, you can just work so much better. So that I feel today definitely, that I work so much harder because I'm just working on myself, and I'm honestly so motivated, sir, by the kind of work that I'm getting, the kind of films that I'm getting. The last 2 years have just gone in working. Girl on the Train took 6 months of my life. Saina took 6 months of my life. My next film also, has a lot of prep in it. So for me, I'm just loving working like this so much. And I'm even getting the audience feedback, and I'm getting the appreciation. So now I feel like, okay, my hard work is going somewhere,
So no love life for some time at least.
No, I'm not going to say no to it. If a good guy comes, I'll be like, great, welcome. But no, not for now. I haven't found anybody.
Okay, tell me about the paparazzi. I was speaking to Janvi Kapoor the other day, and I mentioned to her that,
Hanji.
how dangerous or how worried you feel, that time when the cameras come very close to you, when you step out of the car, when you go everywhere, when
Mhm.
people are chasing you for photographs.
Yeah.
And she said, well, we also need the paparazzi. And
Huh.
to me, they have been kind, when we tell them that, okay, please
Yeah.
don't click this particular picture, they
Yeah.
stop. How has
Yeah.
the experience been with you, Pari?
Exactly the same. I completely agree with her because the paparazzi has been very kind to me also. In fact, sir, I think overall, I'll say the media has always been very kind to me.
Hmm.
Which is what I was also saying before, that even when I was doing my worst work, people told me this is not good work, but they always supported me and always, had that expectation from me and always were positive towards me. And the paparazzi also is absolutely the same. There have been situations where I don't want to be photographed, or maybe it's very early in the morning or maybe late in the night. I'm really not in the mood to interact and shoot photos at that time, and if you politely request them, they are very, very, very kind and understanding. Sometimes, of course, there is a crossing of line that happens, but I think that is the very soul of paparazzi. They want to catch moments that are unguarded, and things that are not filtered. So I understand their job, but I think I personally have a very good relationship with them, and I know all of them, so I can easily tell them, please, not right now, and they very, very sweetly leave me to myself. So for that, I respect them a lot. Like, they are very kind.
Pari, how much do you believe that you choose a film or a film chooses you?
I feel a film chooses you. I feel that, see, actors choose out of the stuff that they are offered, unless you're a producer and you're creating your own content. But
Hmm.
mostly you choose content out of what you're offered. And what you're offered is based on what is seen on screen, or your market value, or a new casting that they want to do. There are so many other factors कि ultimately एक script आपके offer में आती है, उसमें से आप क्या choose करो. So for me, I felt personally, when I was doing certain kind of work, I was only getting those kind of scripts back.
But let me
Today,
interrupt you here and tell you that sometimes an actor chooses a film because if and only if he or she calls up a filmmaker and says, I want to work
hmm,
with you, this
hmm,
particular film you're making, you still have the hero or the heroine slot left. Can
yeah,
I be
yeah,
accommodated? Have you done
yeah.
that ever?
I was just about to say that having said all of this, I was just going to say that having said all of this, there are times when I have chosen films. And the biggest example for me is Girl on the Train, where I called up the makers and said, in fact, I called Ribu up and I said, I know you're making this film and I really would love to read it if you think I'm right for it. But the weird thing that happened was that he was already thinking of contacting me. So he said, it's so weird that I've received your call because just yesterday we were talking about you and we wanted to pitch the film to you. So it was a very, very weird destiny thing that happened.
Mhm.
But that was the first time I made a call to a director and said, I want to be a part of your film. And
Mhm.
it worked out so well for me, And again, if you ever call up any other director to say, I want to do a film like Girl on the Train, if you've not done intense films before that, they probably won't cast you. I've experienced that. That is my personal experience. So I feel now that yes, if you feel you're right for a role, even if you have to audition for it or you have to go and meet people and show them that you can be a part of the film, I think there's no harm. Absolutely not.
Between Pariniti 1.0 and Pariniti 2.0, if I can call it that
Yeah.
period, what did Priyanka tell you? How did she
She was,
motivate you? How did she keep you,
yeah.
in the right spirit and in the good spirit?
She was exactly how you would imagine her. She is the protective older sister. She is also a mentor because she has 20 years ahead of me in experience.
Hmm.
And so when I used to do amazing work, when I was winning those awards and I was giving blockbuster after blockbuster, she used to pat me on the back and say, proud of you. This is the kind of work I expect out of you. Well
Hmm.
done. When I was not doing my best work, she said, this is not your best work. You should be choosing roles that can prove you as an actor, because that's what the audience expects out of you.
Yeah.
And so when I did these films, now, I mean, before these films were released, I could only tell her theoretically that I think these films are really good. But now that she's seen these films, she's so proud of me. Like, I talk to her, so often, like almost every day. And now she's saying, you're finally, back to who you were. And not only her, so everybody's saying that. My biggest achievement in all of this is that the critics and the audiences are saying this about me. It doesn't make sense when you say it yourself that I'm back. Others have to say it. So when they are all saying it, including my sister, it feels real. It feels like, okay, it's real. It's actually happening. I think it's
You
all
mentioned
coming.
the word sister, and I want to conclude with one interesting question here. Many stars or many actors, whichever way you want to call them as, they don't like being written as someone's brother, someone's sister. If the media writes that to start with, this one's brother XYZ, this one's sister XYZ, that's the role, or walks out from a film or is getting married, but the आगे उनका reference में उनका भाई और बहन का नाम लिया गया है, they don't like it.
Why?
There are many. So, so when you see that, suppose somebody writes Priyanka Chopra's sister, Parinidhi Chopra, bags the film. What do you feel? Do you like it? Or do you say, nahi, they should write Parinidhi Chopra bags the film?
Why will I have any it's a fact. I am her sister, so I don't understand the question only. Why would I react in any other way? Like, I mean,
just one second.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally a concept that I do not get. I am her sister. So if you're saying Priyanka's sister Pariniti is doing XYZ, it's a fact. So what is the problem? Having said that, I understand where they are coming from, that if you're always going to be overshadowed by somebody, that's a different problem. But I personally have not had that problem. When I was getting launched, at that time, of course, nobody knew me. So they said Priyanka's sister Pariniti is getting launched. But after that, I think I did enough good work that I had a name for myself. But that doesn't mean that if you're going to call me her sister, I'll have a problem. Why will I have a problem? It's the proudest thing in my life that my sister is Priyanka Chopra. I mean, I love it because look whose sister I am. So I love it. And the other thing is that as long as everybody also knows me for my own work and my own identity, why should I have any problem?
May you take many more steps. And thank you so much for joining me on eTimes. A big thank you to you from the entire team here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for talking to me.